Thank you, guys. Can you hear me? Yeah, it worked? All right, cool. So let's see if we get the presentation. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, perfect. Oh, cool. All right, so welcome. My name is Guy Robert. I am technical lead at ViRSE, and I'll tell a little bit of what ViRSE is doing. And my background is in virtual reality, which I started already 2006 here in the US. So I'm kind of a veteran in VR, and to combine, of course, VR with cryptocurrency and blockchain is like a dream because it fits so perfectly together. So I'll tell a little bit about what we're doing over these 20 minutes. Let's see if we get it up. No full screen.
You can use the podium.
Yeah, that's okay. Oh, there we are. Perfect. Yeah, so you can say ViRSE is a virtual universe, and we're trying to replicate what you experience in real life. So you socialize there, you invite friends there, you buy furniture or clothing or cars, etc. there, and all your friends will be much closer to you compared to normal social media that you have today, because you're actually interacting directly with them, you're talking to them, you're having fun together with them, and you play games, of course, with them. So if we move on to the next slide. Oh, there's a clicker. So ViRSE is, of course, cloud-based universe. It's decentralized with virtual simulations. And we want to reinvent shopping, purchasing, marketing of real-life goods. We want this both to be like a fun experience and at the same time a connection to real life. So when you spend time and having fun with virtual goods, you at the same time build a value, because there is a clear value only because you're interested in certain products. That means that you immediately have a value, and that value should come to your benefit in form of discounts. So there is a discount portion of ViRSE. When you use it, you have an opportunity to buy products in real life at a discounted price. So let me... Okay, cool. So we see 4 different categories in ViRSE. We have the creators, and they try to monetize, but there's like millions of creators around the world that cannot monetize, cannot make money whatsoever. And it becomes a passion, but they have to have a real work instead. So we're trying to establish an environment where you have an ecosystem where when you create something that has a value and people are using, you get compensated in our cryptocurrency immediately. So you have the investors that not only want to speculate in cryptocurrency. You saw now that Bitcoin has jumped up tremendously, but it's very high risk in doing that. And instead in investing in utility coin together with actual virtual assets has a tremendous value, because the asset, I will come to that, but the asset is actually there forever and generating more and more revenues. So you have the coin itself, but you also have the assets that you're investing in at the same time. For gamers, you can go full out and try to develop, of course, crypto-based game, blockchain-based game, but there's thousands and 10,000s of games out there that doesn't have that luxury. Instead, they want to be able to monetize in a new way. So what is the additional opportunity to monetize? And then you have the social networks also. And right now, the social networks, they make a lot of money, but you're not monetizing out of your social networking with traditional social networks. So there's 4 categories that we are addressing at the same time with our ecosystem. We're just showing here the different domains also that you can access our platforms with. So we have ViRSE.com is more of the consumer site where you have access to the virtual world and also the hardware. I will show you a little bit about the hardware. And then you have the ViRSE.io, which is now in alpha. That is the main website you can go to. This is both for downloading the alpha software that we have available, and also our partnership with the wholesale and with the creators and publishers. And then we have vTokenX, which is our exchange, and also have a V-wallet inbuilt. And in vTokenX.com, you have the access to our cryptocurrency. Now, we are in alpha right now with the virtual world, the V-world, and with the Shopverse. I will show you a little bit about that. And there's actually a mistake here. It should be in the center, it should be 4 million. So read that as $4 million. So in December next year, we're going to have 25,000 objects in the inventory. We will have $4 million worth of digital inventory. And like I mentioned, the digital inventory will just grow and grow and grow. So we will have 4 million and then 20 million and then $200 million in inventory that is resellable to other users. So there is a value in the digital inventory that we're launching. And then we're looking at real-life discounts. And in December 2021, we will have the discounts at $2.1 billion value. So people that are buying real-life products in the virtual world will have an access to discounted products in the real life, which is a tremendous attraction. If you can imagine that you're buying something worth $10 in virtual world and you get $50 in discounts, and you know that you want to buy it in real life, you save $40 already. So the connection between trying it out before you're buying it, own it before you buy it, you own it virtually before you buy it in real life, has a tremendous ledger or a lever in this value proposition. So this is what we're rolling out. We've been working a couple of years with developing the virtual world, the 3D model acquisition, and we have a number of different games and objects already rolled out in our environment, in our ecosystem. And now in May this year, we're starting the acquisition of digital assets. So we're reaching out to creators and modelers and animators, and we're inviting them to be part of the launch of the ViRSE. And in August this year, we're launching ViRSE.io publicly, and we'd like to see some 20, 30, 40,000 alpha users before we do a bigger launch at CES in January 2020. So we want to have a good base of users. So this is ongoing project that launches. And we reach $1 billion asset value with 100,000 users plus during 2021. But that is like the conservative kind of launch that we're looking at. So now I want to introduce you to ViRSE. And ViRSE is a separate application that we have developed for a couple of reasons. You can say it's like a Google Play, but it's our own developed Google Play. And the purpose of it is that for cryptocurrency, blockchain-based games, there is some issues in using Google Play. So what we decided is that to launch this together with our own cryptocurrency, we need a downloader and an installer. This makes it very simple to upload and add games. And right now here, we're starting now introducing this to game developers. And we have different types of game that we want to launch inside ViRSE. And we already have like some 10 initial games. And one of them is what we call stereoscopic 3D game. What it is that we're launching our exciting mobile phone, which is stereoscopic 3D, which is amazing. You can't get enough of it when you're experiencing. You have to come to our booth or our table and check it out. Because when you see a game in 3D, stereoscopic 3D, and when you can take pictures in 3D and everything that you can do from that phone, you basically, you don't want to go back to 2D again. So we have that product as a separate individual product that we're launching, the ViRSE phones, and we're inviting now developers to be part of ViRSE by adding the 3D functionality to their casual games that they have developed. So the ViRSE, it's simple to upload an ad game. It has an inbuilt auto updater, so you don't. Whenever you do an update, we will update the game for the user, and you avoid being banned because of crypto or blockchain issues with Google Play. So if we look at the phone I mentioned, this is one of our models. And it makes it very simple to add stereoscopic 3D to your games and apps. We have like a package, like a development package where you get a phone and the toolkit and everything and can start developing the applications for stereoscopic 3D. This is a short example of how the shop looks like. You basically, to the left, you see that you have a number of games that you can, as a user, select between. You see the currency also over there, the ViR 42,000 ViRSE. It's our own currency. And either it's free to download or you pay to download it. And you install it, installing open. And when you tap on open, the game kicks off and you start playing it. So it's very similar to Google Play, but it also have all the different components that you have in the virtual world. So you can also buy furniture here, and you also, in the virtual world, you can see the games that are installed. So when you're using the ViRSE, the virtual world, you can play the games from the virtual world. If you don't use the virtual world, you can just go here to the shop ViRSE and select the games that are, either you install them or you just play it from there. So we have developed a plugin like a SDK for stereoscopic 3D. So I just show you a screenshot over how that environment looks like. So if you go to ViRSE.io, you will, and you register there, then we will provide you with a link to this environment. And basically, it's very simple. It's 3 different files, or 3 different files. One is the steps to use S3D in Unity, which describes you the step-by-step how to install and use the package. And you also have like a screenshot over the quality settings that is optimized for our phone to create the right level of z-axis or depth in the games. And then finally you have the Unity package that is prepared. You install it into Unity, and voila, you can experience stereoscopic 3D for the first time. So you have a game developed and you say, hey, how do I get this into S3D? This is the way to do it. It's quick and simple. And of course you already maybe have your apps up in the Google Store. That's totally fine. Keep it there, but send us over the stereoscopic 3D version and we launch it. And you start earning our currency ViRSE when people are playing your game. So that's very cool. And then you can convert, not yet, but when we are more officially launched, you can then convert the ViRSE over to Bitcoin or Ethereum, etc. So you're building up a value that you can take use of. So this is a little bit of the contacts again. So subscribe at ViRSE.io and follow us, please, on ViRSE headquarters. And my email is guy@virsE.com. So this is, if you reach out to me, I'll help you. If you get stuck with a toolkit or anything, then I'll bring our super talented technical guys to help you taking care of that. So yeah, that is my short presentation over ViRSE. Hope you enjoyed it.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you.
No problem.
Now, we're running a little under 5 minutes behind, but does anyone want to ask a question? We've probably got time for one from Neil. I'll bring you the mic.
Quick question. You have the SDK for the 3D plugin. Do you have any tools for incorporating the crypto payments for game developers? How would they make money?
Yeah, that's a great question. So immediately if you have a fee when you offer your game, you make the ViRSE on the download immediately. So that is a good thing. What we don't have and what we are developing and launching soon is a plugin for micropayment in your game. So even if your game is not a blockchain-based game, but a traditional game, if you add very small codes into the game, then all of a sudden it's going to be cryptocurrency supported by ViRSE. So that is under development, and the other plugin that is under development is the Unreal plugin. So we have right now the Unity plugin, which is the most popular for mobile games, but we're launching a Unreal plugin for stereoscopic 3D also coming soon.
Great, thank you very much. I think we'll have to leave it there, but you will see ViRSE again on the panel that's taking place at 5 o'clock, so look out for there. So another round of applause, please, there for Guy.
All right, thank you.